Welcome back to Cardinal High School. We're here for the 2018 Big Leaf Elementary Invitational, and it's for the second consecutive year on President's Day. We've had quite a run of games thus far, Steve. We started off with the double overtime golden goal type of opportunity from the third grade boys. We had the dominant stretch of the green team from the sixth grade boys. And then we had the pink team of this last game, the sixth grade girls, go out there and seize an 11-4 lead before ultimately falling to the purple team 28-22.
Definitely that first game set the tone. We've seen some really good games. The Mean Green obviously had the dominant performance, just coming out and beating everybody by 20. Won 2 games in that sixth grade round robin. There were 3 teams, so each team played each other. Every other grade has just 2 teams playing each other. But yeah, that was just that Mean Green team dominating, and for good reason. You had Skolart there, just dominated on both ends of the floor. Your big league sixth grade MVP, and it probably wasn't a close vote because he's a very good player.
Then you had Mario DeSanza, who had a heck of 2 games where he was never the number one option, but when the ball got to him, either via the offensive rebound or a pass to the block, he was able to chip in about 6 or 8 points per game. Trevor Clute added some offense, again off the offensive boards typically, and Leo Grandizio did a great job of running that offense for the most dominant team we've seen here. And that's not to overshadow other performances. We mentioned Skolard so much, but Mariah Woods was another dominant player. She didn't so much show up on the offensive end, but defensively she really ran the court. And here we're heading into the JV girls. This is a mix of 4th graders and 5th graders, and there are a lot of girls on these 2 teams, and there were some roster switches right beforehand, so in advance, I apologize if I mess up anyone's name because it may not directly correlate with the number they were given before this tournament.
We will do our best. So we're going to take a moment, let you listen in to the team introductions, and then we'll be back for all the action.
First up, at point guard, standing 4 feet 9 inches tall from Jackson, number 1, Kristen Campbell. At point guard, 5 feet tall from Wyndham, number 2, Isabella Cannon. At point guard, standing 5 feet tall from James A. Garfield, number 3, Mandy Cargo. We do have a uniform change. Brandon Reiser just changed to number 12. So at guard, 4 feet 10 inches tall from Berkshire, number 12, Brandon Reiser. center, 4 feet 11 inches tall from Preston, number 1, Madison Dustman. At guard, 4 feet 7 inches tall from Garfield, number 2, Colby Fresh. At guard, 4 feet 7 inches tall from Garfield, number 3, Kyla Grace. At point guard, 4 feet 9 inches tall from Preston, number 4, Abby Guyette. At point guard, 4 feet 10 inches from Garfield, number 5, Mariah Hatfield. At the wing, 4 feet 10 inches tall from Wyndham, number 6, Naziah Henderson. And at shooting guard, 4 feet 8 inches tall from Wyndham, number 7, Paige Tringan. At guard, 4 feet 5 inches tall from Grand Valley, number 8, Jocelyn Kozak. At forward, 5 feet 4 inches tall from Lakeview, number 9, Isabella Eisenberg. And at point guard, 4 feet 8 inches tall from Wyndham, number 10, Brielle Jones. At point guard, 4 feet 11 inches tall from Catherine Thomas Elementary, number 11, Shanice Jones. She is unable to make it today. At small forward, 4 feet 9 inches tall from Geneva, number 12, Gianna Markajan. At point guard, 4 feet 10 inches tall from Geneva, number 13, Takaya Myers. And at post, 4 feet 10 inches tall from Lakeview, number 14, Mackenzie Stowe. At wing, extending 4 feet 4 inches tall from Wyndham, number 15, Sydney Sweet. At point guard, standing 4 feet 6 inches tall from Grand Valley, number 16, Chloe Zerk. And last but not least, at guard, we have number 13, Nikki Sin. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for our national anthem.
We're just about to get underway for the second last game. That's right, you can catch more action even after this game today from the Maple Leaf Invitational, or the Big Leaf Invitational, rather. This one will be filled with 10-minute periods, 10 of them to be exact, so another different format. Once again, that's 10 6-minute running periods between the JV Purple Girls and the JV Pink Girls. There are 16 girls on each roster, so there will be plenty of different names to keep track of here today.
JV girls, this is combined 4th and 5th grade. This is the 5th broadcast. I guess it's technically the 7th game since we had 3 in the 6th grade boys. But so yeah, this is the 5th broadcast of the 2018 Big Leaf Basketball Elementary Showcase. Got
And-
one left.
Right. Jumping is Isabella Cannon and Zaya Henderson. Cannon won the toss, and the pink team will have the ball. That's Quinn Justin. Now it's back to purple ball after she gets turned away. That's being brought into the middle of the court, and it will remain purple ball. That was Patience Jenkins from Wyndham, 4'8" shooting guard who likes Kevin Love and the Cavaliers, who brought it up.
Every time I hear Footloose, I just want to jump up and dance.
Right?
People here don't want to see that, though.
Listen, it'll be our secret. That's Mariah Hatfield. Crab dribbling away, turns, puts it off the glass. Rebound goes Pink's way. The same girl who won the tip-off, that's Isabella Cannon, and she's trying to go coast to coast, but just misses short. That goes off of what I thought was purple, but they will retain the ball. And once again, Patience Jenkins out of Winton will bring the ball up. Jenkins accepts the screen, accepts another screen, is looking for somewhere to turn to the ball. Help's coming via Mariah Hatfield, who now has it. She dribbles down the baseline, puts the shot up and misses. Rebound from Jenna Hornick of the pink team. She gets it to Isabella Cannon. Cannon tries to get over to the baseline but can't. And now she'll spot up a shot off the glass, just misses. That's a jump ball. It was between Nazaya Henderson and I believe that was Jenna Hornick again. So we're back to Patience Jenkins bringing the ball up the court with just under 4 minutes here in the first of 10 periods. Cannon handed the ball off to Ivy Martin. Martin looks for Quinn Justin. Justin dribbles right towards the post, and it goes off the hands of Nazaya Henderson before going out of bounds. So Cannon will inbound it. She's looking for someone to help her out. It's Quinn Justin underneath the hoop. She hands it off, shots up and just long. Rebound on the far side from Ivy Martin, but trickles through her legs and eventually finds a purple player. This time it's Chloe Turk. Turk bringing it up, passes it over to Patience Jenkins. Jenkins looking for some help. She finds Turk again. Turk spins. She's on the baseline. Shots up. Airballs it. This time rebounded by Cannon. Cannon's been all over the boards, and she's 5 feet tall. A rare 5 feet tall in this age group. She gets another rebound, her own rebound, before passing it back out to Quinn Justin. Quinn puts it up, but that's short. Foul is called. She'll have 2 shots at the free throw line with just under 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Could we get our first point of the game? Already in 3.5 minutes.
This is an all-new event for this JV girls team. There are tons of people out here, and it's a different event in the fact that you have this running clock. I think that adds a little bit of pressure for the younger age groups to get that first score out of the way.
I'm sure they all came out with the intent to dunk.
Right.
To score that first basket.
I mean, that's what I would do if I was standing in at 4'9".
Absolutely.
You know me, Steve. My vertical might be 5 inches. But if I tuck my legs up, it looks like it's a whole foot. So now the purple team's Abby Gayette is bringing the ball up. And she gets the ball stolen by none other than Quinn Justin. Quinn gets it to Isabella Cannon. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining here in the first period. Isabella bounces it to Bailey Jokinen, who gets it back out to Jenna Hornick. And now it's back in the hands of Quinn Justin. who throws it out of bounds, and it will be purple ball with 1:15 remaining in this first period. That's Mariah Hatfield getting another opportunity to bring the ball up. Still 0-0 here, 5 minutes through the first period. Isaiah Henderson looking for some help. Finds it in Mariah Hatfield. She's very good at moving towards the ball when the ball's in trouble. She spots up, puts it off the glass, can't get it to go in. Rebound went to Jenna Hornick. Jump ball's called, it will go Pink's way. Quinn Jestem gives it to Isabella Cannon, 40 seconds remaining here. 35 seconds. Pass it down low. Quinn Jestem on the block, gets it blocked. She goes back to work, gets it to Cannon. Cannon tries to get inside, but loses the ball. It's purple ball now. 20 seconds remaining.
Will we get a bucket before the first quarter ends?
Mariah Hatfield has the ball. Passes it over to Neziah Henderson. Neziah Henderson up, misses. Air ball. Rebound goes to Patience Jenkins. Now she's tied up, gets the ball out. Turk throws a shot up at the buzzer, I guess you could say, but doesn't go very far. So 6 minutes in, 1 period out of 10 in, the score is 0-0.
So we'll move to the second in search of our first basket in this JV girls game here at the 2018 Big Leaf Basketball Elementary Showcase.
You definitely saw a lot of the fundamentals working, though. They were playing with their hands up on defense. They were swarming the ball. And last but definitely not least, the ball handling starting to come together. It's not all there yet, but you're starting to see it come together at this age group.
Right, and that's what you want to see at this age. You're not going to see a lot of scoring. You never will. They just don't have the physical strength to put up the baskets that you want to see to score that many points. But you do want to see them handle the ball, play defense, and do all those little things that they can do at this age.
That's Colby Fresh who has it in the corner. She gets it blocked by Mandy Cardinal, which means it will be purple ball still after it went out on Cardinal. That's Isabella Eisenberg being defended by Mallory Durasco. They're going to call that a double dribble there.
Speaking of Mallory Durasco, we already saw Madison Durasco in the 6th grade game. Got a little bit of a celebrity up in the bleachers watching the event today. Their uncle is a professional wrestler through the International Wrestling Cartel. His stage name is Wardlow. So good afternoon, Wardlow. Thanks for coming in to watch your nieces.
And he definitely stands out in the stands.
He's a big fella.
I guess you have to be a big fella to wrestle at the professional level. Although when you look at some of these collegiate athletes, like the Ohio State-Penn State wrestling match that was, 2 weeks ago?
Right.
Some of those guys are complete animals.
They are.
There's 4:40 remaining here in the second period. Purple ball. That's Brielle Jones out of Windham. Brielle dribbling towards the baseline. She stops, throws a basket up. Thought it might have been
Almost
our first
had
one of the game.
Right.
Purple shoots again, can't get it to fall. Rebound goes the way of Mallory Durasco. And Mandy Cardinal will bring the ball up. Stops quickly, doesn't drag the feet, so she keeps her pivot foot down. Now that's Kristen Campbell with the ball. Before it's picked up and eventually turned over, Campbell keeping busy hands there. A lot of scrambling. They're going to say no press beyond half court here. It's a half court defense, so pink ball uncontested. Mandy Cardinal will bring it up.
Mandy Cardinal, the 4th grade girls MVP of the Big League Basketball program.
Kristen Campbell threw her entire body into that one and ended up on the floor. It was a clean block, though. The clock stopped now at 3:39 here in the second period out of 10.
1 game left in the 2018 version of the Big Leaf Basketball Elementary Showcase here on President's Day. That is the 5th grade boys.
Well, now we have Mallory Durasco at the line. So we can talk a little bit more about the Berkshire athlete. She's 5'1", a forward. She likes the Dominican goat. That's her favorite player, Jose Ramirez. Third baseman for the Cleveland Indians, who also enjoys playing softball and volleyball. Jose had a breakout season 2 years ago. Last year definitely built off of it. Finished, I think, 6th in MVP race. So hopefully he'll succeed again for Mallory. He's around for a couple more years for the Indians. Just signed that 6-year deal last year.
Isn't today the first day of full spring training, or was that yesterday?
That was yesterday.
Yesterday.
However, Friday becomes the first game.
All right.
So it'll be exciting to see who came prepared. I know I was excited when I saw Francisco Lindor, who looks like he gained 25 pounds in his biceps. He's looking for somewhere between 35 and 40 home runs after a 32 home run performance last season.
Or a professional wrestling career after baseball.
Right,
Never know.
maybe that's what he's looking for, getting inspiration from the Durasco family, of
Yes.
course. 2 minutes, 17 seconds on the clock here in the second period. That's Reese Shirky.
Oh, I thought that was going in.
They're going to tie it up, jump ball, which means it's purple ball.
Thought we had our first basket. Bounced off the iron.
We are a period and 2/3 of the way through, still in search of our first basket. This is Brielle Jones. Brielle's from Windham, 4'8". She's a point guard. Struggling with the ball, hands it off to Kobe Fresh. Kobe right back to Jones. Jones gets some space, throws up, but doesn't quite get there. Rebound goes the way of Kristen Campbell. That's Mandy Cardinal bringing it up now. Finds some space. This pink team's got the right idea. They're slicing towards the basket. Cardinal puts it up. Oh, cannot get it to go in. Or that was Campbell, rather, not Cardinal. A lot of C's in the top half of this team. You have Campbell, Cannon, and Cardinal at 1, 2, 3.
At Cardinal High School.
Yes. 58 seconds remaining here in the second period out of 10.
Yeah, it was always fun writing Cardinal football stories because you have Cardinal, the team, and the coach is named Cardinal. So trying to keep things straight in the game story, always had to be a little bit more literal in my writing.
Cardinal said, wait, did the school say it?
Exactly.
Official statement from Cardinal High School.
Cardinal exploded in the second half for 48 points. Oh, coach scored 48 points?
Right. Foul is called, so Kristen Campbell will get 2 opportunities at the line. And Campbell from Jackson Milton School is 4'9". She plays point guard. Her favorite player, former Cavalier point guard Kyrie Irving. She likes softball and gymnastics. Kyrie played at Duke, and she's sporting the Duke blue shorts. She gets our first point of the game off of a charity stripe shot. 18.5 remaining, 1-0 in favor of Pink. And she gets both of them from the line.
Nice job, Kristen Campbell.
So a fifth of the way through the game, we have our first score.
Well, you know, we talked about the fundamentals, and there you have it. You've got 2 shots at a free throw, and she made them both.
And now we're going to have an opportunity on the other side to answer.
And these aren't easy for little 4th grade and 5th grade girls.
And this is Brielle Jones.
They may be called free throws, but there's nothing free about them.
That was Jocelyn Kozad, not knowing if she should stand next to the shooter or behind the three-point arc. This is still a learning age. Because of how well everyone's played so far, you forget that so often. Jones with her second shot. Puts it up off the glass and gets one in. 2-1 is now the score. We've seen 3 points in a matter of seconds all of a sudden.
Scoring explosion.
3 seconds. 2, 1. A prayer is not answered from Mandy Cardinal. We're now 1/5 of the way through this JV girls, that's 4th and 5th grade girls game. It looks like the purple team is switching out once every period, whereas the pink team's switching out a little bit more often. I wonder if that's going to allow for the team to get a little bit more flow to change out less often as we see the 4th, 5th, and 6th period come around, when I assume we'll be seeing players for the second time.
Right. Yeah, everyone's getting their first game action here in the first few periods, because that 6 minutes goes quick.
Especially because it's that running clock.
Right, and I think, what do we have, 15 or 16 players on each team, so each one basically is going to get a period, and then we'll go through that rotation again. I think that's probably the easiest way for the coaches to get the players into the game.
And all of them should have 3 periods by the time it's all said and done.
Right.
And that last one, we might see changes every minute and 30 seconds. Because as that clock keeps running, it doesn't stop during substitutions. Purple team steal, and this is Mickey Zinn. That's Lee DeArmond, who passes it across the court. Now that's Riley Rowe, out of LeBray, 4'6" guard. She likes Peyton Aldridge from the Davidson Wildcats.
Oh, wow.
There's a name you don't hear often.
Right. I'm impressed that she knew.
She must have someone in the family that really has something with the Wildcats.
You know, one thing we have to also consider with these young ladies is typically when they play games, they're playing on the half court. So they get the side court, which is not as wide and not as long. So this is a big court for these girls to play on. Certainly gives them a little bit more space with which to work, but they're not used to running up and down the length of this court.
And you can tell they're not using the full court. You're not seeing them go beyond the three-point arc in width. So you're seeing old habits die hard, so to speak. That's Grace who threw it off the backboard. Rebound goes the way of Zinn again. Zinn almost got it in. She's had 2 shots that have been pretty close thus far. Rebound goes to Guyette. Guyette tries to throw it up, can't get it done. But Dustman pulls it down, puts it back up and in. Now it's 3-2.
And that's our first basket. We had 2 free throws and then a free throw for the purple team. But that's our first field goal of the afternoon.
And who knows, maybe it's the difference in this game. I'm not saying that's all that will be scored, but maybe it's a 1-point game. That's Lee DeArmond. Crab dribbling. Passes it back out, but it gets intercepted, so now it's going to go back to Mickey Zinn. An electrifying young player. She has a wide open lane off the glass and in. 5-2, and now the pink team starting to run away with a little momentum.
Purple.
Or yes, the purple team, I'm sorry.
That's why I'm here.
Right.
I don't offer much, but every once in a while I get something right.
Those colors are hard sometimes. DeArmond has it. She tried to throw it off of the leg of Mackenzie Stowe. Couldn't get it to go there, so now it's purple ball. And Mickey Zinn, the electrifying player that's brought some offense to this team's out here. Zinn brings it in, throws it up, and gets another one to roll. She has 4 points herself, and it's now 7-2 in favor of the purple team.
She was slicing and dicing her way through the lane and found the basket.
That's Lee DeArmond. 2 minutes and 35 seconds remaining here in this third period. Kyla Grace has it. Kyla in the corner trap, passes it back out. Shots up and in, or no, just short rather.
Looked like it went in because it hit the side of the net.
Right. Those are those shots that I try and act like went in, right?
Nothing but net. Well, you were right. It was nothing but net.
No one needs to know that didn't go through the cylinder. can't have goaltending if it doesn't go through the cylinder.
Correct.
Here's another tie-up. That was between Mackenzie Stowe and I believe Riley Rowe. There's a minute 40 remaining here. Pink team has the ball. A lot of contact from Zinn there. Nothing's called, though. That's DeArmond. Ball is stolen. Running away with it is Mackenzie Stowe. She puts it up, and it's just short. Rebound goes the way of Kristen Campbell.
Heck of an attempt, though. First you get the defensive play, you get the run-up, and just couldn't finish around the rim. But that'll come.
It'll come, and like we talked about, the physical maturity isn't there yet, so you look for the little things, and the little things eventually turn into the big things.
Sure do. But again, it started on defense. We talked about that earlier. I see in the high school game, the girls' teams play a little bit more and focus a little bit more on the defensive end of things than the boys' teams do. Not because the girls can't score. I've seen some girls score in the 80s and the 90s, so they can do it.
It all depends on your coach as well, too, particularly at the high school level. You'll have a lot of coaches who say, I need at least 5 passes. Or you'll have other coaches who say, if 30 seconds doesn't transpire, I don't want you taking a shot yet.
Right, and then you get a team like Eastlake North that has a Destiny Leo who can get a block and a steal on one end and cover the length of the floor in a fraction of a second and score an easy basket, so you want her to run.
And Leo was last year's fabulous freshman for them to pair along with Samantha Perosco, who we all know can throw a point. She had her 1,000th point last year.
She was also the Ohio Varsity Player of the Year last year. And this year, it might be Destiny Leo. I mean, keeping it in the family there at North.
And last year you had, who was it, Ellie Lako at point guard. She was great at distributing. You had a lot of great talent on that team. Was that Coach Marcinko?
No, that is Coach Paul Force.
Paul Force, that's right.
Yeah, they drew the #1 seed at the Perry District, so they get Euclid on Saturday. And, you know, Euclid's only won the district the last 2 years. And if they win, they'll either get Menor or Chardon. So, you know, that's a pretty brutal district.
Yeah, that's a tough district, and there's a little bit of a rivalry coming up there because the boys' soccer team played Euclid in the first round of the playoffs this year.
Yeah, so it's, but that district, I'm excited to watch. You've got Chardon, who they don't have the record that they wanted, but they're dangerous. They can beat anybody. They went to overtime with Menor, lost 63-62. So there are no slouches left in that district.
Yeah, if you play Menor tight, you're doing something right.
Indeed. So here we go into the 4th period of what we believe is going to be 10.
10-2 is the score. We saw a lot more scoring in that 3rd period than we'd seen before, and a lot of that had to do with one young lady, Mickey Zitt.
She certainly got hot at the right time.
And what's funny about Zinn is she was a last-minute addition. She wasn't even in the program. Isabel Cannon has it. Bounce pass to Quinn Justin. Justin looking for anything and finds Hornick underneath. Hornick kicks it back out. A long 3 is short from Bailey Jokinen out of Ledgemount Elementary. That's the first 3 attempt of this game.
Don't imagine we'll see too many of those.
Not a lot of strength yet. That's Takaya Myers. Rebound goes the way of Ivy Martin. Martin passes it. And now Jokinen looking for something. Turns it back to Quinn Justin. Justin being played from fierce defense out of the purple team, and that steal was Mariah Hatfield. Hatfield throws it away, though, and now Cannon has an opportunity. Cannon stops short, throws it up, and it just doesn't go in. Everything was done right on that play, but again, it's that last part of developing. Finally, the scoring will come. And that's where, as someone watching, maybe if you're a friend or a family member, You don't get upset with the kids if they're doing everything right, because that next level will come. You have to just keep encouraging them to work on those defensive skills or to work on the heads-up passing.
Right. And then once you have the physical maturity, you put all those skills together and you become a dynamic player.
Because no one, or we should say barely anybody, becomes a star just because they can shoot. There's so much more to this game, particularly once you get to the high school level.
Right. And the one thing you'll see a lot is where you have a player that's a little bit more physically mature than the rest, and so they dominate at a younger level. But as everybody else catches up, they slow down. It doesn't mean that that player isn't any good anymore. It just means everybody else finally caught up. And so you can't get frustrated with that aspect either.
That's where you have the late bloomers and the early bloomers and all of those aspects of the game. Cannon misfired on that one. Jokinen slaps it but can't get the rebound. So now Neziah Henderson has it. Neziah passes it back to Markajon. Markajon looking for someone, eventually finds Hatfield, who puts it up off the glass, too strong. It's picked up by purple number 12.
Right about the midway point of the fourth period, 3 minutes left.
And we're seeing another line change out here. Notice the purple team's just changing once a period. At the start of every period, they send in new lines. This pink team, about every 3 minutes, they're sending new people in. So 2 different strategies. There's no saying which one's more successful. But one team's leading 12-2, and that might be an aspect of consistently changing these girls out to get them into the game. Maybe as this purple team's heading towards their second and third shift, so to speak, they'll find a rhythm. That ball's kicked out of bounds. It should go Pink's direction. And yes, that's what they're calling. Mandy Cardinal is going to give it to Isabella Cannon. 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth period out of 10. Cannon shoots the ball and drains it. That's the first shot made from the field for this pink team today. Cannon's been close a lot of times, but now she's finally converted. That's Myers. Neziah Henderson has it under the hoop now. Kicks it back out to Hatfield. Puts it up and misses. That shot gets misdirected, and Cannon's got a breakaway opportunity again. She pulls up from the free throw line. They say it's tipped, which means it will go in purple's direction. Or Pink's ball, rather. That's Cannon again. She's made one now, and now she gets her second one. 2 consecutive baskets for Cannon. Now the lead is just 6 with 1 minute remaining in the fourth. Here's Takai Myers. Eventually that ball gets turned over, and it's pink ball again. Mandy Cardinal has it, bringing it up, shoots from the elbow, bakes it in. 12-8, and a fire has been ignited from this pink team.
Well, there's your fourth grade MVP, following up a couple of great shots from her teammate, Cannon, and now it's just a 4-point game.
Cannon steals it from Henderson, trying to take it coast to coast, but misfires. Goes off a purple defender on the rebound, though, and will remain pink ball with 24 seconds left. Cannon is found off the inbound. And everyone hits the deck. That's a jump ball. Possession arrows going purple's direction. 16.9 seconds remain. Hatfield hands in the inbound. Takaya Myers passes it to Henderson. She misses the shot. It will be pink ball with 7.4 remaining. Remember, they can make it to half court easily. Cardinal turns around, 5 seconds. Pass to Cannon. Cannon from deep. Almost made it at the buzzer. A 4-point game at the end of 4 isn't too shabby, though.
So 4 periods in the book. Moving into the 5th, nearing the halfway point of this JV girls game here at the 2018 Big Leaf Basketball Elementary Showcase at Cardinal High School, presented by Great Lakes Growers. We'll hit our other sponsors at halftime.
Again, you're noticing a lot of correct things fundamentally from both teams here, and the shots are coming. I think the big disparity between the two teams to start off the game came from the pink team getting rapid substitutions in, whereas the purple team was trying to fire out all the jitters through their first run. Now, everyone on the purple team has seen the floor at least once, and they're working on their second time, meaning they've established a rhythm, they've seen the court, they've probably thrown up a shot or two. It's purple ball with 5:45 remaining here in the 5th period. That's Patience Jenkins. When she's on the court, she's been the point guard thus far. She bounces it into Eisenberg. Eisenberg couldn't get the shot to fall, though, so it will be pink ball. That's Riley Rowe bringing it up. Rowe's trapped in the corner. Looks for help, finds it. Now the ball is being swung via the dribble rather than the pass. And that's from Lee DeArmond. DeArmond gives it to Magulik. Magulik's ball ends up going wide, and Brielle Jones will now bring it up for the purple team. But Rowe gets in there and forces the turnover, chasing the defender down and making contact just with the ball. She was careful not to reach.
Effort plays, effort plays.
Rowe will be rewarded, and now she'll bring the ball up. Rowe spotting up Jones, accepts a pick from the purple team, and then falls over as Jones crashes in on defense. That's Campbell with the ball. She fires up a shot that goes way too long, and Patience Jones was the last to touch that one, so it will remain pink ball. That's Reese Shirky on the inbound. Reese bounces it into DeArmond. DeArmond's now on the floor. Jump ball is called. The effort play comes from Colby Fresh. Out of James A. Garfield, she's 4'7", plays guard, and idolizes Kobe Bryant.
Good player to idolize.
Definitely the right attitude you want from a young player. Brielle Jones is now bringing up for the purple team with 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Jones pumps. Bounces it into Eisenberg. And now another jump ball is forced. I believe that was Kristen Campbell forcing that one. We're having a stoppage in play for a moment. There are a lot of pink jerseys out there. Now we're back to the original 5, we should say.
I'm not sure how that happened, but yeah, there were a couple extra shirts on the floor.
I think there was a confusion about when the substitutions were supposed to come in on that one. There was technically a stoppage in play. Wow, Rowe bodies up and steals the ball on that one. Rowe is an electric young player. DeArmond has it, gets it back to Rowe. Rowe's getting trapped by 2 purple defenders. Tries to get to Ivy Martin. She's unsuccessful, though, and it's recovered by Brielle Jones, who gets it to Patience Jenkins. Patience hits the deck hard, and they're going to call that a blocking foul. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in this 5th period.
Pink squad getting ready to make another line change.
That's Isabel Eisenberg on the inbound. Gets it over to Kobe Fresh. Kobe shoots it up and just misses it. I didn't think of that initially. Her name is Colby, and she likes Kobe. Maybe name recognition has a little bit to go with that
I
one.
bet it does.
Especially because if she's in 4th grade, when did Kobe retire? When she was 5, 6?
Oh, wow.
Although I shouldn't base it just off of that because we saw a lot of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's, Magic Johnson's.
Right. You expect to see more of the LeBrons and Steph Curry's. Not too many Magics or Kareems for sure.
Although it is something more original if the kid's trying to be unique.
Indeed.
Off the glass and in. That was Allie Magulik. That's her first bucket of the night.
Now just a 2-point game with a minute left here in the 5th.
Patience Jones draws the blocking foul. She's doing a lot of the running into the defender to draw those fouls. Sydney Sweet on the inbound. Passes it out to Patience Jones, but it's intercepted by Brielle Jones. Rebound goes Rose way. There's 28 seconds remaining. Rose ball gets stolen. It's handed off. That's Kobe Fresh. Kobe on the floor. The jump ball is forced by Kaylin Tasker. Kaylin's from James A. Garfield, 4'9", a guard. She likes Kevin Love, the Cleveland Cavaliers, volleyball, and softball. Kobe Fresh was the target of another inbound. The ball will stay on this side as it was deflected by Lee DeArmond. This time Isabel Eisenberg throws up, can't get it to fall though. Rebound goes the way of Hornick. A lot of contention for this ball here. A spin move and a shot just misses. Rebound Hornick's way. Patience Jones is on the, or Jenkins is on the floor, and that will end it for the 5th period.
And now we'll move to the 6th. 12-10, purple squad ahead of the pink.
Certainly another close game. The Big Leaf Invitational has certainly been one for close games.
Couple of big scores, but most of them have been fairly well contested.
We can ignore the green team as they blew out every team they played.
The Mean Machine, Mean Green.
Mean Machine from Longest Yard meets the Big Green. Mandy Cardinal has the ball. She's dribbling in, throws a ball just short, and it's rebounded by Mickey Zinn. That's a name you're going to want to look at because she's definitely the leader in points scored for this game. She passes it to Guyette. Guyette passes it back over to Stowe. Stowe's on the ground looking for some help. There's a shot fired up from Eisenberg. Before getting turned over. I believe that's Eisenberg with it again on the ground. Can't see the number. Yeah, that's Eisenberg. And she was tied up by Isabella Cannon. Another big name. Maybe we'll see some Cannon and Zinn action. Two of the most dynamic players here. Well, Zinn throws it up and almost gets another one. Zinn already has 6, I believe. That ball glances off the hands of a pink player, and now it'll be purple ball once again. That's Guyette bringing it up. Guyette passes it in. Shots up from Stowe, just misses, but Guyette gets the rebound, puts it up, it bounces around before rattling out. 4 minutes and 35 seconds remain here in the 6th. And we're all getting rickrolled.
Rickrolled.
Never gonna give you up, Rick Astley. Never thought I'd see it here in this tournament right as someone sinks a shot.
Me either. Definitely an eclectic playlist today.
Right. We've seen a little bit of everything. I've heard some country.
Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, Metallica, yeah, Rick Astley.
Yeah, we went as deep as heavy metal, as soft as Stand By Me earlier. That's Benny King, I believe.
Eye of the Tiger, of course. We even had some LL Cool J, Mama's Gonna Knock You Out.
Right.
And that was during the knockout competition, of course.
That's Durasco trying to get a ball up, but it was a jump ball after some contention.
That's Hi-Fi Entertainment providing the musical background ambiance here.
Pass over to the purple team. That's Guyette again with the ball. Remember, no full court pressing, and that's what the whistle is being blown for. Guyette looking for anything, and instead draws the foul. She was just looking for a pass, but it looked like she was in the act enough where she's able to get to the free throw line. Guyette's from Crestwood, standing in at 4'9", a point guard who likes the Cavs and LeBron James, and she doesn't just play softball, Steve. It's fast-paced softball, which means she's a competitor already.
I saw that one. I saw that in the program.
That's just like Mariah Hatfield, who plays flag football, tennis, and golf.
Now that's an interesting match.
I don't think I swung a golf club until I was later in high school.
Me too.
Part of it being left-handed makes it difficult to find someone else with clubs. And part of it being someone who has never played not wanting to lose $50 worth of balls.
That's why I always collect them while I'm on the course.
Right.
You always find them in the woods, so use those.
Just go for a little stroll and then you can play.
Exactly. I'm always in the woods anyway looking for mine, so hey, there's an extra one.
There's 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this game. The score, 14-10 in favor of the purple team. Pass goes into Guyette. Guyette throws it up off the back of the iron and out. 2 minutes remaining, and Isabel Cannon fires up. She misses just short, though. It will remain purple ball. That's Madison Dustman bringing it up. Dustman meets some stiff defense, and it's now pink ball, all courtesy of Quinn Justin. Justin out of Windham. She's 4'8". She plays shooting guard and plays softball. Not quite the fast pitch we saw, but still softball. Mandy Cardinal has it, loses control but regains it. Passes it to Quinn Justin. Now we've got Takai Myers with the steal. I apologize, that was Reese Shirky with the steal. Kyla Grace had it in the corner for a second. Shots up. Rebound goes to Zinn. Zinn puts it up, can't get it in. 45 seconds remaining here in the sixth period. Dustman has the ball, dribbling around in circles, tries to shoot it up, but can't. Jump ball from Isabella Eisenberg. It's purple ball. Another jump ball. This time Mackenzie Stowe is trying to defend against Isabella Cannon. 20 seconds remaining here. They're not calling that a jump ball, they're just calling it blue possession.
The breakaway.
Cannon has an opportunity in transition. She spins, but on the court is Mackenzie Stowe. She takes the ball with her. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. A heat from Guyette does not go. 14-10 after 6 frames here.
Not sure if they're actually going to have a halftime or if they're just going to roll into the 7th period.
Whatever you want me, man, set me up.
All right.
Are we going on now? I wasn't ready. I was going to prep myself.
Next up, we've got a special guest with us. Andy Cardinal, the former athletic director at Cardinal High School, now the middle school principal, who has the pleasure of being the father to the 4th grade girls MVP, Mandy Cardinal, and his son also played earlier in the event today. So what's it like being the father of the MVP?
It's pretty cool.
Is there a little bit of a rivalry going on at home now that your daughter takes home some hardware and the son didn't?
Well, he gets hardware in some of his own events, so neither one likes to lose. So, yeah, there's always a rivalry going on.
I bet. How is it at home? Do they get to play in the backyard or in the schoolyard together at all?
They play in the the driveway. They play in the basement, pretty much wherever you can bounce a ball, there's usually one of them bouncing a ball.
Set up a Nerf ball and a Nerf hoop in the living
Right.
room, and they'll be diving over the table.
Well, we had to move that because they broke the ceiling light in the living room, so now that's in the basement.
Well, we now know where the aggressiveness comes from.
Right.
But, yeah, talk a little bit about Bigley. I know we did this last year.
Yep.
You were up here, and at that point, you were still the AD at the
Right.
time. So for you, you were a part of the event. Now you're just a part of the event as a parent. How different is that for you?
It's I guess the big difference is, although today Matt scheduled it so I had to anyway, but I don't have to be here for the 12 or 13 hours that this event takes. But, Big Leaf is a great it's turned into a great organization, and this event's a great event. And when Matt came to me 3 years ago wanting to know if we would be willing to host this event for a charitable cause, I was all excited about it, and I get more excited each year watching this continue to grow and become bigger and bigger. It's a great event. So.
And it has multiple reaches. Not only is this a great event for the kids, the coaches, the parents, but it's also a great league for the host schools because they can generate some revenue for their programs. And so it just kind of, it's cyclical. It goes around and it helps out everybody.
I know I'm not the AD anymore, but as AD, I, very appreciative of everything Matt's done for us at Cardinal, and it's a real honor for us to host Big Leaf games at the school, and especially to host this all-star event at our school. And I think it's a great showcase for Big Leaf, of course, but also for our school and our community. So we're real proud to be teamed up with Matt with this.
Yeah, and this event in particular with the benefit for it's a charitable benefit. And I don't know if you were here for the 6th grade girls game to see Skylar, who was the beneficiary last year, play in the game. I don't know that you can have anything more inspirational than that.
You read about stuff, and you see it on ESPN. I've never seen that in real life before. That was pretty amazing.
And it's great for, not just your kids, but every kid here to see that, because now they know when they have struggles in life, they have a real life example of how you can overcome that adversity.
Absolutely. It's hard to make an excuse when you see that. You can't really make an excuse about how you don't feel good or whatever. I mean, if she can do it, we can all do anything we put our minds to, and she proves it.
Exactly. Well, I'll let you get back to watching your daughter
all
out
right.
here, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it.
Once again, Andy Cardinal, now the middle school principal here at Cardinal Local Schools. His daughter is in this game. His son played in the earlier game. Daughter was the 4th grade MVP out of Garrettsville. So we are now at 16-14. Purple still in the lead.
That was Naziah Henderson at the line. She missed her first one. She's from Wyndham. At 4 foot 10 inches tall, she plays the wing, both high and low. Likes LeBron James, another player off the wing, and also plays softball. Rebound goes the way of 4 foot 9 Kristen Campbell.
For those of you at home wondering why the scoreboard disappears during our interviews, is I'm also the scorekeeper, so it's really hard for me to multitask and conduct an interview and keep track of the score. So it's just easier for me to pop that scoreboard off while I conduct the interview, and then when I'm done, I update it and we get back to action.
So now this is Kyla Grace in the corner. Grace gets it to Turk. Turk's shot gets blocked, and Campbell will carry it up for the pink team. Subs are coming in now. not necessarily off of a stopped ball, but close enough in this sense. 1:45 remaining here in the 7th. Another interesting song choice. Here's Kristen Campbell. It ended up in the hands of Reese Shirky. She'll inbound it after being fouled. Shirky to Campbell. Campbell gets her shot blocked. The ball's rolling away. People are all over the court, and it gets recovered by Mackenzie Stowe. Or Mariah Henderson, rather, and Kyla Grace has it now off the glass, misses. Rebound Purple's way. Less than a minute in this 7th period. Campbell's bringing it back up. She got tripped up a little bit by the defensive Hatfield. Ball's on the inside to Tasker. Tasker throws it up, not able to make it, gets her own rebound. Passes it back out, but it's easily smothered by Nakia Henderson, or Naziah Henderson, rather. This time on the other end, Reese Shirky is getting a little chippy. He's trying to steal that ball.
Love the aggressiveness you see out of this level. They don't know any better, so they just go after the ball.
Right. 15 seconds remaining, and Shirky again going after it. This time she earns the ball. Campbell's bringing it up. 10 seconds remaining. 8, 5, 4, jump ball with 3.9 remaining. The score 16-14, still in favor of our purple team. That's Myers bringing it up, and she's just going to let the clock expire.
Now we move to the 8th period, 8 of 10. So we're nearing the end of the JV girls game here at the 2018 Big Leaf Basketball Elementary Showcase on President's Day.
We're in the final third, the final 18 minutes of gameplay, so to speak. And after this, there's just one game left. That's the 5th grade green team against the 5th grade blues team for the boys. It's pink ball here in the 8th. And we're going to have another interview set up.
We've got Josh Jakacki, the head coach at Crestwood High School. I think I saw a Jakacki in the program.
Yes, sir.
All right. Josh Jakacki, yeah, talk a little bit about, obviously you're in your busy season right now. You start the postseason next week, and we'll get to that. But let's talk about the kids today. Talk about an event like this and how excited your child is about participating.
I mean, the excitement on, if you look at all their faces, the fact that they don't know half their teammates, but the fact they're out here playing basketball and enjoying themselves, and the competitive nature that's going on is truly wonderful. And how can you not feel great about the event and where the money's going to, and reading the story about that young boy, and it just makes you feel like how blessed you are to have your own kids and be able to enjoy the moments with them every single day.
Yeah, it's outstanding. And now when you look at this from a coach's perspective, you see all these kids out here playing basketball on a holiday. They could have been at home playing video games or sleeping in today. I mean, this is what you want to see as a coach. Young kids getting out here and just playing, being on the court as much as they can.
Without a doubt, any venue that we can get kids on the floor and it's competitive in nature is certainly a great step forward for all of them. But more importantly, sharing the moment, being with comrades, being with friends, being with competitors from other schools. Just the whole nature of sports is awesome. And like you said, I know a few of them probably would rather be at home doing that with the video games and whatnot, but just seeing them hustle up and down the floor and do the things that they're doing right now is just tremendous.
Now your son will be in the next game, so that's the 5th grade boys. What's it like being the dad instead of the coach? You spend all winter long, you're out there coaching the high school kids, and it's nice to kind of sit out there and watch your son play.
Well, it's kind of ironic. My daughter out here is complete opposite of my high school boys, who I fortunately get a chance to coach at
so it's your daughter
Yes.
is in this? I thought
Yes.
you were just getting
No.
here for the next game.
No,
Okay.
Callie, number 10 out there is my
gotcha.
daughter in the pink. And seeing her out there, it just brings a smile to our face because it's something that she really thoroughly enjoys, likes watching her brothers at the high school level. And she just battles time and time again out there with them. Yeah, that's a good foul by her too, right there.
Good call. So Crestwood getting ready for the postseason. What's the outlook?
You know, I thought we got pretty fortunate with our draw. We play Berkshire in the first round, and then you know, if we're fortunate enough to get by them, we have Newton Falls on the road. But if you look at the overall district outside of LeBray, there really isn't a clear-cut favorite to get to that district final. So I certainly like our chance because everybody's coming in with relatively the same type of record we are. And you know, you can look at the dynamic of our team and say, well, they're hovering around 500, but we start 3 sophomores, a freshman, and 1 senior. Then we bring off a freshman and sophomore off the bench. So.
Right.
So we certainly knew what we had, going against us with the youthfulness going forward. But any sort of experience that the kids were able to gain going forward is tremendous and something that we knew was going to be of value going forward.
Right. And yeah, we talked with Todd Rowe earlier, and everybody knows about LeBray. They're the big dog on the porch, and so target on their back. What do you guys have to do to make that run at them and kind of be successful in the district?
Well. Every game fortunately we've been in every game, and the thing that's kind of hurt us late is we've had one quarter where it seems like the wheels have kind of fallen off. We've given up 21 points and only scored 14, or where we've constantly having to battle back. But to answer your question, we got to take care of the basketball, which sounds kind of cliche, but when you take care of the basketball and minimize the opportunities that the other team gets, it certainly puts you in a better position to win. But we got to do a better job of boxing out, controlling the tempo. You like to get that tempo in our favor, but anything can happen in tournament time, as you know. Those are when the great stories are made,
right.
when the proverbial Cinderella puts on her slippers and records kind of get thrown out the window.
Never know who can get hot at the right time.
That's right.
All right. Well, Josh Chakaki, appreciate you joining us today. Good luck to you and the Red Devils in the postseason, and enjoy the rest of your daughter's game.
Thanks, I appreciate it very much. You do
Take
a great
care.
job.
Thank you. 18-14, Purple Squad still in the lead in this 8th period with about 1:20 to go.
The lead's been extended, Steve, 18-4, or 14 rather, with 1:13 remaining here in this 8th period. 2 periods remaining, basically.
Minute left.
Inbound in Pink's direction. Foul called on the floor.
I'll say this for these 4th and 5th grade girls, they certainly are scrappy.
Yes.
And, as a young player, that's what you want. You want them to go after the ball. You don't want them to be afraid of it. You want them to want the ball in their hands instead of, they get it and they throw it away right away.
Or running away from a rebound, which you're not seeing. Instead, you're seeing diving for rebounds here, which is what makes it at least a little more exciting.
Right. Yeah, so they've got that part of the game down. The effort, the hustle. Those are things that they can control at this age. Right now, they can't control how far they can shoot the ball. They can't pass the ball from one end of the court to the other. They don't have that physical strength yet.
Although that was a heck of a strong shot. And that'll earn her some free throws, her being Brielle Jones from Windham, 4'8". She's a point guard, plays softball, and likes LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm noticing a trend about the LeBron Jameses of the world.
You think?
Right. Something about growing up maybe a half hour from where LeBron's from.
It could be.
12.9 seconds remaining. This is Jones's second shot. She puts it up and misses strong. Rebound goes Purple's way. That's Kobe Fresh. Next shot's up and misses. 6 seconds remaining. The ball will bounce out of bounds, so the clock will stop with 5 seconds for this Pink team. 3, 2, 1, and a prayer. Just short.
She got some net.
Nothing but net.
And we move to the 9th. The 5th 4th grade boys game is scheduled to begin right about 6 o'clock, and it looks like we're on schedule.
12 minutes and maybe 2 minutes for the intermission between the two just to get everything organized.
Right, and then you've got the
15 minutes of warm-up.
the post-game award for the MVP, and then the 15-minute warm-up. So yeah, it looks like we're on schedule for that 6 o'clock tip-off.
And that's what's really hard to do, to keep this type of event on schedule with everything going on. Just the knockout tournament could have set you 25 minutes back.
Exactly.
But this is the second straight year we've done it, and they're hitting their marks.
Yep, and I know how hard it is. We've got the Ohio Varsity Senior Shootout and Underclassmen Showcase coming up on March 18th at Ursuline College, and you know, those games, you get one game that takes a little bit longer, it pushes everything, and you get a little bit, you know, it's a little stressful on game day when you're trying to keep everything on schedule.
And I'm sure there are parents listening now that have gone to a track meet. I'm not sure I've been a part of many track meets that actually go on time. Normally they're about an hour and a half late by the end of it all. For those of you who have never been to a track meet, sometimes they start at 8 a.m. and don't end until 8 p.m. Talking mostly about districts.
Right, it does make for a long day. I'll tell you this, though, the state track meet in Columbus, that's on the mark. They don't miss.
No, they do not miss at states.
But they also give themselves enough time, and, you know, they've got that thing, everybody's where they need to be before the event starts.
And generally, in that case, you don't have the 2-miler that runs a 15-minute 2-mile that throws things off by 4 minutes.
Exactly.
Because they had to qualify for that state meet. Every once in a while, you'll have an injury in the last lap, and things will take a little bit longer. But generally speaking, these are fine-tuned athletes by states. So it's purple ball, 4:25 remaining here in the 9th period. 18-14 in favor of the purple team. And the inbound from Kozad goes off the feet of her teammate and right out of bounds, so it will be pink ball. 4 minutes remaining. Kristen Campbell has the ball.
It's just a 4-point game, but at this level, that's about a 10-point lead.
Right.
Just at the way it is, how difficult it is to score.
And this is going to be the second opportunity for Guyette at the line. I believe she made one free throw her first time. A 5-point lead is a big, big lead here. I mean, think about it. We're in our 9th 6-minute period. If we've played 54 minutes so far, even though we're 3 minutes under, and we've scored
51 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, and we've scored 32 total points.
That's a big basket.
33 total points.
Definitely a big basket right there. If she makes the other one, Pink is in trouble. Obviously not insurmountable, but at the rate they're scoring, the odds are against the Pink squad from making that comeback.
Well, 34 points over the course of 51 minutes means you're scoring less points than minutes, and there are only 9 minutes remaining. 6 points is going to be tough to come by. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's a big leap. And now the Pink substitutions are coming in. Purple, inbounding. Pass goes to Mackenzie Stowe, rather. But it will be pink ball after a turnover. Someone just has to inbound and have someone to pass it to. It looks as though it will be Allie Magulik on the inbound and Bailey Jokinen passing it in. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Another turnover leads it to purple ball. And as long as purple has possession, if I'm the coach, I'm telling them to slow things down.
No doubt. At this level, it's really hard to slow things down, though, because they're in that frantic mode the whole time. They don't have that self-awareness and self-confidence yet where they can dribble and keep possession.
It's really fight or flight
Yes.
the second you get the ball. This is Magulik bringing it up. Gets kicked out to Jokinen. 1:25 remaining in this 9th period. back to Magulik. The ball gets stolen. That's Dustman, or not Dustman, that's Guyette. Guyette's a little too strong on the shot, and the ball returns to the pink team. We're calling for a substitution. Just one player coming on, that's Lee DeArmit. And coming off is Ivy Martin. Joganen draws the foul from Kozad. Got a little bit too aggressive on that one. 40 seconds remaining here. Pass goes back to Magulik. Magulik has some space, tries to shoot it up from the free throw line, but can't get anything to go. Purple ball with 30 seconds remaining. Mackenzie Stowe throws it up off the glass, misses. Another shot goes up, but just misses. Pink rebound. And that's a name that we're starting to hear a lot more. That's DeArmit. DeArmit from beyond the arc, crab dribbling with 10 seconds remaining. 8. Intercepted by Patience Jenkins. 3, 2, 1. She pulls up. The shot is short. And that will end the 9th period, heading to the final period of play. Like we said, there's less than a point per minute being scored. But that's exactly what the pink team will need in order to tie this game up. 1 point per minute with 6 minutes remaining.
I don't see it coming via the three-pointer, so they're going to need a few baskets.
Or to get to the charity stripe a couple of times, which has been surprisingly effective for this age group. They've been shooting well from the free throw line.
And let's hit our sponsors one more time. Obviously, the 2018 Big Leaf Basketball Elementary Showcase is presented by Great Lakes Growers. Also sponsored by Smack Basketball, Jogga Knights of Baseball, Coffee Corners Coffee House, Flowers by Emily, the Junior Cavs, Hi-Fi Entertainment, Warren's Spirited Kitchen, Lulu True, Troy Manufacturing, Vinny's Authentic Italian Eatery, Shetler Office Solutions, OhioBasketball.com, RK Painting, Lifetime Video Diaries, and your broadcasting team of OhioVarsity.com, Steve Hare and John Kosis on the play-by-play.
We've got 6 minutes left, and then we've got one game left today, Steve. It was a busy, jam-packed day.
That it was. Got here at 7 a.m., and we'll be leaving about 7:30.
Not a bad day as Mackenzie Zinn, who also is not having a bad day, brings it up for the purple team.
And she puts it up and in.
She has 8 points, and that's the difference, 22-14. If she's not the MVP of this game, I'm not sure who deserves it.
No kidding. Yeah, she had that run of, I think, 6 straight points earlier.
And Pink answers quickly. So in the first 30 seconds of this period, we've seen 4 points. Maybe my estimation of a point per minute was a little bit off here.
And what's going to be interesting is they're now allowed a full court press, so we'll see how each team handles that.
If anything, it will chew more clock, I believe, as it'll get harder to go the full length of the court with the swarming players. Looks like Campbell got hit in the face, but she's fine.
She rubbed some dirt on it and got back in the game.
Exactly.
That's
got to appreciate
toughness.
a good mud dog. Jason Kipnis wears that shirt proudly. Neziah Henderson was going to get the inbound, but it's pink ball, so instead it will go the way of Kristen Campbell. 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. The ball is stolen by Mariah Hatfield. Hatfield pump fakes it and drives it in off the glass. She got Jenna Hornick to go to a different time zone trying to swat that ball.
Well, if Purple was going to sit on its lead, it ain't happening.
Riley Rowe throws it up, but that one's just short. Purple rebound, 24-16. 4 minutes left. Mariah Hatfield has it. She puts it up off the glass, just misses. That's a rebound to Cannon. Cannon passed it to Cardinal. Cardinal gets it beyond half court. Cardinal to Campbell. Campbell from the three-point line. Gets it to bounce off the rim, the top of the backboard, the rim again, and then away. 3 minutes and 35 seconds. And there's some tumbling going on. That should call for a jump ball. Kyla Grace tumbled to the ground and earned purple possession. Isaiah Henderson will pass it in. She bounces it right back to Grace. Grace is in the corner getting swarmed by Rowe.
Nearing the midpoint mark of the last and final period.
Rowe picks up her dribble, gets it to Cannon. Cannon from the wing passes it back to Cardinal. Cardinal throws it up and gets nothing but net, but it's because it's a little short. Rebound goes Durasco's way. Now the full line change will come in for the the pink team rather, with 2:45. I saw the green socks for a second and it just triggered my mind to say green.
Mean green.
And after that dominant performance,
Hey, look who it is.
It's Zinn off the glass and in, a double-digit scorer.
That is ridiculous.
Her points no longer make up the difference. Or yes, they do. They still make up the difference. 10 points. Hatfield off the glass, misses, gets her own rebound. Off the glass again, misses again. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Passes it back out to Zinn. Almost got the shooter's bounce.
That was even tipped and it almost went in.
2 minutes remaining. We don't play favorites here, but Zinn looks like she's got quite the future. She might want to talk to Destiny Leah.
Zinn, not even in the game program, just stole the show.
Right. 1 minute, 40 seconds remaining. It's pink ball. Purple's calling the last round of substitutions in. Or what I assume would be the last round with just 1 minute 30 remaining. Pink ball, 1 minute 20. Clock still running. Bounce pass in. The shot is up and misses from Quinn Justin. Now we've got Justin on the floor with Kozad. It's purple ball on the jump ball. Looking for someone. Kyla Grace was open for a second. She bounces it. Grace with the overhand outlet pass. Pink ball. Ivy Martin loses it. 43 seconds remaining. And traveling is called. It's purple ball with 32 seconds. Kozad has it. Gives it to Kyla Grace. Kyla Grace trying to beat the full court press. She picks up the ball. Passes it across the court. That's Zinn. Zinn puts a shot up. Just misses. Almost got her own rebound.
She does have a pretty pull-up jumper.
She does. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds. Rebound goes Ivy Martin's way. She passes up. Can't get it to go in. 1 second. And that will expire the time on our JV girls game. 26-16 is the final score, and Zinn has to be the MVP of this
Without
game.
question. I just want to hear what she ended up with.
I believe it was 10 of the 26 points for her team.
Unofficially, we have her at 10.
That's not Mickey Zinn. They called Mickey Zinn, but that's not Mickey Zinn who has the trophy. There it is.
Felt like we had a Steve Harvey moment for a minute.
Right.
Mickey Zinn, the MVP.
What an incredible game from Zinn.
Okay, folks, that's going to do it for the 4th and 5th grade JV girls game. We are going to end this live stream, and we'll be back right about 5:55 for the boys' 5th grade game. You can tune into that one at bigleafbasketball.com. That will be the final game of the 2018 Big Leaf Basketball Elementary Showcase. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you'll join us for that nightcap.